We have a ring update for you in case you care about that.
I do. Yeah, what is it?
They found the ring.
Oh, speaking of poop. It was in the
So it made me think
sewer
of it.
system, obviously.
It was in the, they had to dig, they dug up our
Tanya
whole front
flushed
yard.
her wedding ring down the toilet the day of the day you were headed out for your anniversary weekend. And,
Are you doing this for a reason? I mean...
Well, I'm just recapping the story so those who maybe didn't hear it are brought up to date again.
Yeah, you have to do that in broadcast, Glenn.
Is that why you're doing it, though? Because I don't think that's his
that's
intent.
the only reason.
Well, no,
that's the only reason.
Well, you have to tell the other part of the story.
You got to tell the
too.
other part that it was the anniversary weekend, and she was making a pretty strong statement, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Supposedly, I mean, the story was, it flew out of my pocket and into the toilet, and as I flushed, I realized, oh, no, I better, nope, too late. Oh, well.
And then,
I can't wait till you come over to the house. Say hello to my lovely wife.
Well, he's not being fair there. He didn't tell the preceding that incident. She had also called you fat.
Oh, that's right.
So that's also part of the story.
That's a pretty important element.
So anyway, they dug up the front yard, and then they dug up underneath the house, and the guy said, if I were a ring, where would I be? And my response was, on my wife's finger. But she didn't appreciate that, and neither did he. And so he cut the pipe yesterday afternoon, and it was sitting right where he cut. He said, I almost cut the band in half.
That's
he said
amazing.
I cut it, and it was right where I cut it. And so
wow.
She took it, and it was covered in crap.
Mm-hmm.
And she took a toothbrush, I'm hoping not mine, and cleaned it up. And now she's wearing it. And all I can think of is, you sure you cleaned that enough? I mean, it's taking the shine off of that thing,
Mm-hmm.
She said, I'm just sitting a little taller. That's all I'm doing.
So do you consider this incident closed, or at what point do you think she makes the next move? Like, what point does she?
And what is the next move?
Well, I mean, typically is a legal separation, but it could go a bunch of different directions.
Really?
I mean, there's obviously something coming here. You're not thinking this is the end of the story. I flushed the wedding ring on the anniversary. 2 days after calling you fat? I mean, obviously something's coming here.
Well, I don't understand why the fat thing keeps coming in.
Was it overweight? Was it obese? What was the actual terminology?
No, it was fat. I think she called him fat. And then she, pretty much was saying that he was, fat. And then
overweight, like obese,
pretty much obese. I think morbidly obese was the nice term his doctor used. But with Tanya, it was more like, no, you're fat.
Yeah.
You're just plain fat.
Right.
And she did that a little more subtly than we're doing it.
Well, it was more like,
you guys are just
need to talk
doing
about your fatness.
analysis here. You're not trying to make things worse.
No, we're just trying to catch the audience
we just
up.
want you to not be caught unawares.
Right. Right.
And so we're just trying to be helpers. So I think that when she said you were fat, that should have been maybe a
big step there.
Kind of a hint.
Obviously,
So what day is payday, Jeffy? What day is payday? It's
next
Friday.
coming up, yeah.
Next one's coming up Friday. And that's usually the day if you were to get fired, you would get fired on a Friday.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. You don't want to.
I'm just pointing this out. I'm just giving some analysis here. I wouldn't want anyone to be caught unaware. Okay. All right. Let's move on to something.
Right. Okay. What do we have to do now with you?
With me?
Yeah.
$20.
No.
I know. I already paid the rest. $120.
You owe. Your total amount in the jar now is $180.
At the end of no. The total. Yeah, I owe 120. Yeah. My wife asked me last night. She's like, and I'm like, yes. Can you cough up the money? Because I need you to cough up the money for me. Because she strangely now has she just wanted to make sure that all the bank accounts are all okay. So she's.
Huh.
Really?
That's interesting.
Yeah. I thought it was a little strange.
Yeah.
But she's.
I wouldn't worry
she
about
wants
it.
to.
If you start getting texts from Katie Holmes, then you should definitely be.
Yeah. When she were digging up, she started to get a little nervous. She was like, this is eating away at my half of the. I mean, maybe we should just.
It's weird. Weird way to phrase it.
Very strange.
Yeah. All right.
Glenn, the other question would be, at what point does it become ridiculous that you never pay. You put IOUs in every time you file.
Get my wife on the phone. Ask her that question. I don't know.
Why is your wife? Why would I?
My
why
wife
can't you
is
be
the one that
personally
she's taking
responsible?
control of
You've
all
got to have
of
a card of some sort that you can take, and you go to a bank and you exchange that card for currency.
Take my card. Hang on. Let me just get my card out. I'll just get my card out. I'll just throw it in there, and because that takes a.
You go to a bank and you get the money.
So take my card out. Take my card out, and
Don't take your card out. You're on television.
Well,
I won't show something with your account numbers.
Just right here.
Mm-hmm.
Put it right in there.
Yeah, that doesn't really work.
There you go. And when you get, just send me the receipt and I'll sign it, Jar.
How about taking some personal freaking responsibility?
Mm-hmm. Like as I did over the weekend, I thought, it's going to happen.
I think
I'm going to go get $100.
Your IOUs are fine.
I was busy digging up my backyard and trying to save my marriage from you two.
I honestly don't think we're the problem in the marriage. I think the weight was specifically cited as the reason for the problem.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right.
That's what Tanya was thinking. And
I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that's right.
I've just shot into second place, by the way.
No, you're gonna shoot up to
200 Glenn, 160 Pat, 140 for Stu.
Do you know how much trouble you're in with your wife?
Oh yeah, don't tell her. Don't tell her.
Don't tell her.
No, tell her.
The only thing here's the great thing.
Please, no one tell her.
Here's the great thing. Here's the great thing. And I mean it. We mean that with all the people at church. You take a solemn vow. You do not tell our wives things.
Yeah.
We
this is just between us.
We're in this together.
Yeah.
Okay. You're in here. What are you? Some spy? What are you? Some snitch? What are you? What are you? You some
rat?
You some doctor now? Are you just turning us into the administration? No, I don't think so.
No snitches.
No snitches. I think there's a rap song in all of us about snitches that we'll get to later. But anyway, you don't tell our wives. But here's the good thing. When your wife finds out about all of your speeding tickets, you say, yeah, but that's nothing. You should see that guy jar. And then she's all of a sudden focused on the that guy jar. And she's, are you out of your mind? And she forgets all about the ticket.
Really good idea, Glenn.
Sorry, I almost had to find myself just saying ticket. Tickets.
And I'll say, listening to this, I mean, I think we should be able to be adult enough to talk about this guy and say his name, but it's too frustrating. I fully support the policy. Because I watched him last night. And
honestly, I'd rather have at the end of this, I'd rather have $5,000 in that jar and have broken the habit of ever mentioning that guy's name.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I was in the hallway yesterday. I watched a little bit of the speech.
Oh, I heard you.
I mean, you were there. I couldn't take it. I had a full-fledged meltdown in the hallway. This guy is just so full of lies and so full of distortions. I watched maybe 30 seconds of the speech, and I'm like, I just can't take it. Blood shoots out of my eyes.
Man just stands on the stage and lies constantly. And the American people obviously don't know it. And despite our efforts to tell them about it,
they cheer it.
They cheer it on. They love the happy little life he's designed for them. So what are you going to do? I mean, it's frustrating, but I mean, I'd much rather dump money in that jar all freaking year. All year.
And then we're going to give it to Mercury One. I'm going to have them find the charity that will do the most damage to his policies. All right.
So we have to go to the phones here.
I don't think we have time for this phone call.
We do have time for it. Plenty of time.
I think we're almost out of time.
On the phone, Tanya Beck. Hello, Tanya.
Good day to you, Stu.
I'm glad you called in today.
Are you glad?
You have a bit of an issue with your husband.
I think. Can I tell you something? I know where she's going now, and it's not going to be pretty for you. I'm giving you the opportunity to end this call right now.
Well, my question is of a look. We're talking about a monetary issue that deals with charity. So whether I will sacrifice myself to find out the answer as to why, as your husband's words, why you continue to not give him money to pay his debts to the that guy jar.
I know, because he has no access to any money anywhere.
Thank you for saying it. Thank you for verifying now. Goodbye. Are you really going to come on this program and you're going to defend, you're going to call in to defend them after what they've...
Well,
The truth has no agenda.
that's true.
The truth
That's
has
true.
no agenda.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah.
So you're not. You would claim maybe that you didn't let your role slip as a wife, and that maybe your husband is saying things that are inaccurate about you, which would add to some other issues that have been discussed over the past few days.
For
on the
instance,
show.
why you flushed your ring down the toilet a few
Yes,
days
well, I
ago.
purposely threw it down the toilet and flushed it.
go ahead.
she just
Go
admitted
ahead.
it. Thank you
These,
again.
these
Bye.
are your friends. Go ahead.
I know.
Go ahead. These are
I
your
heard
friends.
my friends.
Yeah.
I heard my
the ones
friends
who are
loud
saying
and
that
clear.
you only did it because we're getting a divorce. Go ahead.
We never said
Have
they
a
were
good
getting a
time.
divorce. Stu, did we ever say they were getting a divorce? I don't believe we ever said that.
No, I mean we discussed legal separation, but there was never any
There's
discussion.
never
of
said that there
divorce.
was. We're not in favor of divorce.
We do not. We think that there are issues that you're trying to call attention to, and I think that's okay. I think that's
cry
part of
for
a
help
healthy.
more than anything. We understand that, Tanya. We're with you in that. We support you in that. We have that same cry. We cry for help every day here. There's just
She's not. Go ahead. Go ahead. Play in his little playground with these two vampire bloodsuckers. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not helping you.
But the real problem is he's a big boy, right? And he can get his own money.
Yeah, and some people
Right?
are big girls and can hold on to their rings.
Oh, wow.
Some of them don't drop. Some of them don't drop it in the toilet
Have a nice
when they
day.
go pee pee in the potty.
See,
Have
this
a
is.
nice day.
See, look at she's hanging up. And
Yeah. Who's hanging up? She's not hanging up. Call her back. I'm hanging up on her. Siding with you two monsters.
Tanya, is this really the beginning of this problem? Is this how it started?
Yeah, just little by little, things just add up.
I'm
I
hanging
just throw
up.
the ring down
I'm
the
hanging up.
toilet.
I'm hanging up.
Don't hang
I'm
up.
emailing you Gloria Allred's number and her.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate
Address.
that.
All right.
See, Glenn, you're so unlikable. We actually won her over there. We won your wife over to
I
our
have
side.
a feeling that's true. I have a feeling that's true. I'm going, that's all right. I'm going to take my fingers, which are actually Twinkies. I'm going to take my Twinkie fingers, and I'm going home. Well, not home. I may not be welcome home right now, but I'll be welcome in the general area. That's for sure. Back in a minute.